Captain Sehwag, he's been the captain for you in Delhi Daredevils as well. It was wonderful again having a chat with him and spending time with Sehwag, the captain.
Absolutely. Actually, I wanted to bowl against him and to make sure, let him know
In the
that
nets.
in the nets,
Right,
and
right.
wanted to know his
Opinion and right.
opinion and feedback as well, because I wanted to know what he's thinking when I'm bowling against him. So in the nets, when he came to bat and I was bowling, I had a long session that day. I nearly bowled more around 60 minutes, 1 hour. And then after he finishes batting and I finished my bowling, I went to him and asked him, what do you think? What's happening? What's happening? How's the ball coming out of my hand? So he told me what he thought. He said, looking very nice. Line is pretty good. Ball is swinging from the hand really nicely. Don't worry about it. Just keep doing your work and just don't think too much.
Right, after all that, then it so happens is you've been handed over the ball, the very first over, by Captain Gambhir.
Before the bowling as well, I had a chat with him and he actually said, just don't worry, just bowl. It's important for a player like you to actually be there in the team for the betterment of the team. That was his words.
Wow.
So there was really lifted my confidence in a big way. Out of all the chats what I had there, he said, because you can bat, you can if you bowl the way you used to bowl, it's going to be very, very crucial for the team. So just be confident. Whatever you want to do, just do it. And then I told him as well, like, if you, I just chatted about, what field, because we were bowling second and we got the idea what kind of pitch it was. Right. So I talked about the field, how field setting should be, just a little bit, not too much. So he said, he gave me full liberty, as well as I told him, whatever you want me to do, I'll do it. Just keep faith in me, and I want to start. I want to start the first over. If it's okay with you, he said, no, don't worry. You just start and just go bindas.
Right. You got to take us through that first over, but you got to take us through that first ball. The best part about that delivery was the ball curving into the right-hander, because every Irfan supporter knows for a fact that Irfan lost his place because he couldn't get that at a consistent rate. And finally you got that. Were you trying, after that wicket, were you trying to tell somebody in the team that I have done what I used to do best and this is what I'm here for and I'm doing it once again?
Look, telling anyone, no.
Going into the run-up, the new ball in hand, what was in the mind? I'm sure you were nervous.
Very nervous. I was, to be very honest, it's fair to say that I was very, very nervous. It was important for me to start well. I didn't expect that start to be so good. And then when I bowled the first ball, it came out right from my hand. And when I got the wicket, the whole nervousness went away. It was very, very important. And most importantly, the way the whole team members, everyone came to me and hugged me. I really think it made me feel part of this whole international circuit and setup again.
You're making a comeback after 2.5 years. You're getting the first ball, and the first ball you're getting to move, and in the first ball you're getting a wicket after 2.5 years. I mean, it must have really changed that, translated that nervousness into confidence automatically.
Absolutely. Just one ball actually has changed a lot of things, but at the same time, I feel blessed and lucky because not all the time I'm going to run up or anyone's going to run up and going to get the first ball wicket. On the first ball, and it's obviously your luck has to be with you, God's blessing has to be with you, and I felt that day, I was lucky to be and having the God's blessing with me, and I felt really good.
We talk about that swing. How much have you had to work hard for that swing, and now you're confident of swinging it both the ways?
Obviously, I had to work hard. I had to work on the basics again, and luckily I got support from right people. I definitely got a support from Mr. T.A. Shekhar. T.A. Shekhar sir is he's always been there and thereabout for me in terms of whenever I needed the help. I had worked with Eric Simmons, the bowling coach of Delhi Daredevils, and obviously Indians bowling coach as well. So he really helped me out in those 2 months. I had quite a few good advisors from Baroda coach Sanat Kumar. I must appreciate what he has, advises me in those 2 months. So I got support from right people. It was important for me to work on the basic, work on my action. But most of the credit goes to T.A. Shekhar sir. He has worked with me, worked my wrist position, worked my action, work with my action, as well as he came to watch lot of games in Baroda, as well as he came to see my bowling in Syed Mustaq Ali Trophy as well, which was in Rajkot.
Right.
He worked with me after the game as well. He spoke to me after the game.
You put in a lot of hours. You put in a lot of hours, Irfan.
It's very important for anyone, not only me, Mikkhail. If anyone actually, wants to make a comeback or wants to make a mark, he has to work hard. So I'm no special working hard. Everyone, I'm doing the right things which I need to do. And if I don't do the right things, it's only going to hurt me.
Right. And the hard work has paid off. in many ways. 9 overs, 1 made in 42 runs, 2 wickets, 4.66. It was a batting track to a large extent. The ball was coming onto the bat. With a new ball, you were looking dangerous. You were getting the ball to move. How do you see Irfan changing over a period of time from what he was in 2003 to 2006 to 2008 and 2011?
Big changes. A lot of things. First of all, hair has been changed. So there are a lot
Yeah,
of things.
many fans on Twitter are saying, please ask Irfan to grow his hair, and we want him with those long curls once again.
I don't know about the curls anymore, but I'll be happy at whatever I have. So I really appreciate what fans are asking and everything, but I can only work with what limitations I have now. So I'm
Right.
working with my
You're
limitations.
bowling well within your limitations, and that's how you want to carry on life as well at this point in
Absolutely.
time. Good enough point. But yeah, with the new ball, the first 5 overs, you get the left-hander as well, Powell. Was that the ball that came in rather than leaving the left-hander?
When I got the Powell's wicket, where the ball actually, instead of going away as you mentioned, it went straight. It didn't swing much. So because he was waiting for outswing, it came straight and it took his edge and got to the stump. But it was important to have right areas, because for a swing bowler, it's important to keep hitting the seam, and it's important to keep bowling the right area, because sometimes batsman's thinking he's only going to bowl in swing. Sometimes, because if it hits the seam, it goes away as well, which comes a natural variation.
Right.
So it was, in a way, if you call it, it was a natural variation, but it's important for me to actually have a right line and right length as well at that time. So it was good feeling to get Powell's wicket.
If I have to ask you a question and put you in a spot right now, Irfan, if I've got to ask you, rate your performance out of 10 in that comeback ODI of yours, how much would you
Look,
give
I
yourself?
won't rate my performance, but in terms of feeling wise, I will rate the good feeling 10 out of 10, because playing for the country, it's
Right.
nothing better feeling than that. So I think that feeling was more than 10 out of 10. So it was really good.